welcome to another episode of The N.O.W Show. On today's episode, I have with me a very charming young lady, and our subject is speaking to your negativity. And it's so interesting that I bring a young lady to talk about it because she seems to be someone who knows what she's talking about, especially when it comes to fighting your negativities. On today's episode, I bring to you my sister, my friend, Miss Faith Okosun.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for doing this with us, Faith.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Love.
Finally, we are on the N.O.W Show together.
It's amazing to be here. Love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Faith Okosun is a graduate of philosophy from Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State. She is a writer, motivator, and a spoken word artist. An author with a first book titled Give Your Depression Words to Feed On, a book that talks about hope and the revitalization of the human structure to actualization of who we could be despite the odds and challenges life throws at us. Welcome to the N.O.W Show, Miss Faith Okosun again.
Thank you very much for having me here.
So Faith, our negativities.
Yes, ma'am.
Because as human beings, should I say it's normal for us to have negativities, especially given the issues of the world, challenges, big time, you know. So what is speaking to your negativity? What do you understand that to be?
When people hear the words speak to your negativity or feed your negativity with the right words, because there's a word feed there, they begin to think about food.
Okay.
But now, let me take your perception of that, because you need to realize, which you already know, that there is power in the tongue. And now, speaking to your negativity, it's not just you uttering it, it's you taking the bold step to follow what you have uttered out of your mouth.
So it's taking action.
Taking action. So instead of you watching your negativity speak to you, because trust me, negativities can speak to you. You could get into some predicaments that you can't face it because you feel it's not something you can beat. That's your negativity speaking to you. And then it's telling you to shut up. But you are going to stand on your feet and say, no, I won't let this challenge, I won't let this predicament shut me up. Therefore, I'm speaking it and I'm proclaiming it and I'm acting it. That this negativity, you may throw thorns at me, but I'm going to punch you down.
I'm going to punch you down. Wow,
Big
I like
time.
that.
Thank you.
I like that. You know, it's so interesting because here you are, you've written a book about depression. Give your depression words to feed on. And I look at you and I say, what does she know about depression? How much of life has she seen that she's talking about depression? But going through, I can see that you know what you're talking about. So what formed, your idea to write on depression?
Okay, firstly, I will bring it from this dimension. Okay, what is depression? Depression is a psychological effect that it's capable of destabilizing an individual person. And one of the places that people get it wrong is you looking at a girl and you feel she's a child and you say, this one doesn't have problem. What could she be facing? And then you take your mindset off the fact that outside out there are so many things happening. This person could be facing bullying. This person could have been raped. This person could have been talked down on. That's when you kill somebody, it's not just all about taking a gun and facing it to the person. That's not when you shoot. You also kill people by the utterance, the negative words that you utter out of your mouth.
And I'm sure that lots of people have that.
It happens a lot. It's so common.
Parents have said so many bad things to their children that, oh my wow, and we don't want to admit it to ourselves. But truly and honestly.
Exactly.
So what I hear you say is that depression has nothing to do with age, because even that young man or that young woman who you see out there could be facing so much as to put them in that low place that
Exactly.
depression is.
Exactly.
Because that's what I see depression as, is that low place that you sink into
Exactly.
when you know or see or feel challenges around you as they were.
You know, while growing up, I found myself in the midst of people, both young, little, and I've often met myself in the place where I have to assimilate with people who are way older than me.
Okay.
So that's aside, I'm learning, because I have the belief that for you to lead, you must first learn to follow. That's
For you to lead, you must first learn to follow.
Exactly.
Faith, how old are you? How old are you? If you don't mind sharing it with my this young lady, thirsty, and how old are you? Come on.
I'm 25.
25.
Yes,
Wow,
ma'am.
doing amazing things. Okay, go on.
So, you know, I literally grew up in a rural environment, and sometimes, basically, I really can't tell how I speak honestly, but some people look at me and be like, where did you school? And I'm like, I went to Abosede University. It's not a private school.
University, you were in the
Exactly,
village.
I was in the village.
So you're a village girl.
Yes. But you know the funny thing?
Uh-huh.
I was being termed as that city girl in the village.
In the village.
And you know what? Not because my parent had the treasure. It was a matter of choice.
Yes.
I wasn't claiming to be what I'm not. No, I was speaking to my future that this is what I want to be. And
you see, you're telling people out there that it's not about your environment.
It's not, honestly.
You know, you can look beyond your environment and dream beyond that environment.
Exactly. You know, some people will say it's easier said than done. How can you say
you've said it and you've done it.
You've done
it that you can say it and you can do it.
You can say it and you can do it. That's where the action comes in. You know, when I saw people, because definitely life is going to throw you tons of you. There are going to be times where there's going to be financial delay. There's going to be delay in achievements of dreams and aspiration. You're going to be put down with low self-esteem, inferiority complex, and downgraded personalities. There are times that you will wish, why not my mom is the one driving me in this car? Why not I'm the one in this private school? Why not I'm the one who can be able to sponsor this studio work? You know, there are going to be times that people will look at you at the face and tell you, you don't belong here.
Wow.
And that's one step to you feeling less of yourself, and that can push you into depression. Despite the other normal phenomenon of abuse, rape, and the rest of it. Those other minor little things.
So societal pressures.
Pressures can place you into that position. And basically, I've actually seen life from two faces, like two dimensions, and that even brings us to where the normal phenomenon where you have good, bad, beautiful, ugly, and I think that's what the scholars thought about, that made them, you know, we have singular and plural, what's an opposite, because they are so. That brings me to the aspect of choice. That's one thing that we have been embedded on: choices. Okay. There are going to be choices for you to make. Now, the two sides comes in two categories, where you have those who are opportuned and those who create the opportunity. So those who create the opportunity, they are higher percentage of such humans in the society. They don't really have much. But those who are opportune, you know, we hear them, we see them on social media, you watch them, you say, well, when am I ever going to be like this? But that can stop you. It's not going to be easy, trust me. It's not going to be easy, but you must first have to make a decision on where you see yourself. So you knowing that can give you a very strong drive as to acquiring it. So you don't have the opportunity, create it. I didn't really have the opportunity. My parents gave me the best they could. My mom, within their own limitations. Okay, I didn't know my dad because I lost him when I was a year.
Wow, sorry about that.
That's fine. When I was a year older, and I could see my mom taking that strive to take care of us. She gave us the best she could. I knew that, okay, fine, I need to help her to be able to not let that circumstances make a reason why my back should be on the ground, because
Wow.
the only people
Wow.
permitted
Yes.
that may be permitted to remain on the ground are the dead. So long you are not dead.
Only the dead
the
are
dead
permitted to remain on the ground.
So long
Wow,
you are not
profound.
dead.
Can you imagine this 25-year-old telling me this?
So long you're not dead. So take your back off
Mm.
the ground and push. And when I was in the village, I saw people who basically even had a better opportunity than I do, still messed up. And I also saw people who didn't have opportunity as much as I did, messed up. And that got me thinking. You know, people will say it's easier for you to say because you weren't there. You weren't there when my mom couldn't give me food to eat. You weren't there when she couldn't buy me my clothes. You weren't there when she couldn't pay my school fees. I was there. It happened.
You have
but
seen it before.
I've seen it before. And then I saw those people, because especially the female gender on the rural environments where I grew up, that's where you see themselves being belittled to the place of being beaten by a boyfriend, not a man who has married you. The society is advocates for women. They frown at marriage. That's even understandable. Marriage, like you are married and the man is beating you or the woman is beating you, they frown at
Marriage
it.
does not even make it permissible.
Doesn't even make it permissible. Not to talk about this person that haven't even paid a dime on your head. I can see them. They beat you up. You cry.
Who has no standing
No one has
whatsoever?
standing. You cry, and then you came telling your story. I don't know what I've done to face it, and then we walk back and see you.
Excuse me, what you've done?
Washing the clothes of the same person that just blew off your teeth.
Oh my word!
Like, honestly,
wow.
It's happened. I saw those who
are those the pressures that the young ones are facing
now?
Are you serious?
They said it's as a result of the depression they faced that placed them in that limitation.
So depression makes you think lowly of yourself.
Low of yourself. You feel you're not acceptable out there. You feel who wants to have me out there? Can I even stand on the shoes of those people out there?
Okay. What I hear you say is that when you start seeing yourself, you know, feeling like you're not good enough, you start feeling very low, and that is when you should know that depression is setting in.
Exactly, ma. So that's when you you know that something is wrong with you, and you can't even make a change until you first accept the fact that something is wrong with you. Okay. But not that you make it vivid or obvious to the outside world that something is wrong with you, because it's what you reflect that you attract.
What you reflect is what you attract.
Yes, in the perspective that I'm not trying to say that if you reflect love, everybody's going to love you. But what I'm trying to say is that if you reflect negativity, negativity is going to fall back to you, because that's what people derive pleasure in. Failure.
People surely derive pleasure in that.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. Yes. And they want to see you fail. And then I used to have a conversation with my friends then. I would say that if you want to know how much people hate you, try selling a ticket for your failure, and you will be surprised the turnout.
A ticket for your failure?
For your failure. You will be amazed by your turnout. You could be shocked that even your best friend wants to make you fail, because they probably are intimidated with your level of potentials and they want you to cry. I've seen my friends, you just want me to cry. And the girl told me, "What? I don't know. I think I learned it from my mom, or I created it for myself. But then, no matter how you try to make me feel inferior, I just don't let it happen." And this girl did everything she could to make me feel less of myself. And I come out smiling and even making more friends. And she'd be like, one day, we got talking. Tears were pouring. We have to talk. And she was like, "Faith, I won't lie to you. I don't see anything wrong with you. I've been doing those things just to see you cry."
Wow.
That was when
they want to just make you crack.
Just make me crack, so that they will know that, she doesn't even have the mindset. She's just talking and blabbing. So I would say that if can have the potential of storage, then why can't you, that is a human?
Wow, come again on that. If It can.
It can.
It can.
It can. Like it can. If it can.
Yes.
Because a can is actually preserving your storage.
Yes.
So if that's a can doing something. Storing your food.
And that's ordinary can.
Can. So how about you human? You can do it. So I've grown to.
As humans, we are reservoirs.
Exactly, we're reservoirs and we are able to do it. And I've grown to have this mentality, and I got to realize that the word impossible is just an abbreviation for the word I am possible. So it doesn't have to really matter. It may matter, but it doesn't really have to matter. It starts to matter the moment you capitalize on it and make it your idol. That's when it begins to matter. But if you don't really put your attention on it, it just may not matter, and that's like your stepping stone. Okay. So I believe in this revitalization of hope. Like a philosopher, Thomas Aquinas, he said that hope is one of the essential virtues of man. So we need hope.
We do need hope.
We need hope. And I don't want to be among those motivators that would tell you that I just keep telling you, push, you can do it, you need to move. I also see you. I see your pains. I see what you're going through. I see that engagement is not coming. I see that job opportunity is not coming. I see that you cry. I see that you wet your bed. You're heartbroken. I see that. So I know it's not easy, but then you need to stand. That's why we have feet for you to stand. Because if you keep sitting, you practically put yourself in a dimension of a handicapped, and you're not. So
when you keep sitting, you are practically putting yourself in a dimension of a handicapped. Wow.
Exactly.
I'm picking up so many nuggets. So don't mind me that I keep stopping you, because these are things that you can allow to sink in with the viewers. Because I mean, wow. I'm impressed. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Yes.
Thank you. So I believe in revitalization of hope. You need to realize who you are. You realizing who you are doesn't mean you have to be the daughter of the richest person in the world. That's why I earlier talked about creating your own opportunity. Yes. You're wearing opportunity, create it. And that's what I want to do. And it's not just about me. I don't think I've really seen little. I think I've faced a lot of challenges, because
I said, well, what have you seen?
you know, I've seen.
You're laughing at me and saying, what do you mean?
I wasn't laughing.
It's not about your age.
You know why I wasn't laughing? Because what an elder sees while sitting, a child can sit even while on top of the highest mountain. So I know, I can't dispute the fact that you have a higher.
Life just throws different balls at you, and that's the truth. Exactly. And I can tell you that even what you think you've seen at the age of 25, you ain't seen nothing yet. More balls are still going to be thrown at you, that you'll be like, wow, I thought I'd seen it all. But you never see it all, and that's just the truth.
I never seen it all.
Yes, and that's why I like the fact that you've written this book, Give Your Depression Words to Feed On. Especially the kind of times that we're in. A lot of people, it's so easy to fall into depression. Exactly. There's actually a thin line between being okay and not being okay.
Exactly.
And that's the truth.
That's true.
So many things have happened, with the pandemic. So many people lost their jobs. A lot of families got disintegrated. So many things that you didn't even know were in existence actually came at you, in fact, ferociously.
Exactly.
Let me use big words, So some people were able to deal with some of those things. Some people just could not take the shock of the many things that happened to them. True. So they fell into depression. I always say to people that depression is when you find yourself in that deep hollow. True. It's a deep place where you are. And the truth really is that many of us actually go through depression at one time or the other. what makes it bad is when you remain there.
Exactly.
You know, is when you remain there, because a situation, some challenge, some situation, some happenstance can just put you in depression.
You're
You know,
right.
something you didn't expect to happen happens.
True.
It's only normal, you know, that you go into depression, you fall into depression. But like you said, you know, give your depression words to feed on. You know, once you say to your depression, you're not gonna get me.
You're not going
You
to
know,
get me.
you're
Never.
just, you know, you're just an event.
Exactly.
So, and this is going to pass certainly, and everything like that. So I think that, but you writing this book, you know, do you believe that giving your depression words to feed on works?
You know, I believe totally.
Good.
You are what you say you are.
You are what you say you are.
True. You only become what people want you to be when you say what they want you to be.
Even the Holy Book tells us, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Exactly. So God wasn't making a mistake when he said there is power in your tongue. And why people don't realize the effect of that statement is because they are seeing it from a shallow perspective of just speaking. Now, like I said earlier, for you to make a move, you first have to realize that something is wrong with you. And by the time you make this
How do you realize something is wrong with you? Truly.
Yeah. If you begin to see that you don't longer derive pleasure in being among your peers. I'm talking about positive people.
Okay.
You know, you can't stand where they are standing. You can't speak. You feel less. Like, for example, people want to queue up for a photograph and you say, I don't want to because I feel
what
like
are they taking pictures
because I feel like I'm ugly. I feel like I'm not photogenic. You're already setting a mindset on your life. And the moment, you know, people may not really realize it. That's where the mistake is.
Yes.
They are unable, sometimes you wonder why people have been spoken to and yet there's no change. It's not because they're not hearing you, but because they have not made the decision.
So you must make a decision.
You first need to make a decision.
So it's
realize,
action.
action. You realize and make a decision because the choices or the decision we make have a very high influence on the outcome of our lives.
The choices we make.
It has a very great influence on the outcome. Of our life.
Okay, so like I said, you know, does it work and things like that? Because, you know, you find some people who, the way their depression sets in, they don't even want to get off the bed.
Exactly.
They don't even want to face the day. They don't want to face anybody. They don't want to even see light as well.
That's true. That's true.
How do you start? If you're at that point, how do you start?
You know, one of the weaknesses of man is laziness. And there are a couple of times that you probably could find yourself in the situation of being lazy. But then, like I said, if you have a picture of what you want to become, I don't think being lazy is strong enough to hold you bound.
But a man in depression or a woman in depression, are they thinking of what they want to become? They don't even see that.
They don't see
the present already gets them down.
They don't
so they're not even seeing the future.
They don't see it because they've already allowed it to elude them. Some people go through depression without even realizing it. You know, there was a job I was going through here. I actually had a job and at the time, and I was trying the best I could, and you know, it's not just what you face that might put you in depression. What people say to you. You know, I see myself striving for you. I see myself waking up as early as 4 o'clock just to meet up with work to make you happy, and then you tell me I'm doing rubbish.
You're giving your best. You believe that you're making effort.
I'm making effort. Okay, fine. one of the mistakes man could make is that you thinking that your efforts now should be limited, and you've already, this is the best effort I can give, so I can't go any further. But in this case, I'm not thinking like that. I know I'm making efforts, but then I want to strive for a better effort to be better.
Especially when people complain.
Exactly.
We should actually look at those complaints objectively.
Exactly. But you're not even saying you're not even, there's no encouragement. You keep battling me with negative words.
Okay.
You tell me I'm not good enough. You tell me what I'm doing is rubbish. Even when you know that you actually praise me behind my back, and then you come to my front and tell me that, why? Just to make me feel intimidated or what? I realized it and I said, my mirror is my best friend. I could be a very proactive person. I could be
I tell people, make sure you have a mirror
honestly,
you can talk to. Yes. You know?
I could really be an outspoken person, but at the same time, I'm a very reserved person. And if you don't know me too well, you may think I'm being proud. Why should I be proud? What do I have? I mean, I know I have everything, but I mean, when we're talking about wealth, I mean, I haven't created it.
It's not wealth. It's not about wealth. It's not about money.
Exactly.
You know?
Okay, aside wealth, right? You know, let's not even talk about wealth. Let's talk about...
It's just the way people perceive others, you know, when you don't even know what is going on with the other party. You just assume that they're proud.
Exactly.
Or there's something wrong somewhere, or, you know, we just make assumptions. Which is, I mean, we did an episode sometime about the dangers of assumption, because we can't make assumptions about people which, and we're totally wrong. Which is why I always say to people that always give somebody a benefit of a doubt. And let them explain themselves. Because you may just be on the wrong tangent, you know, very different from what the person is thinking or what the person is saying, or, you know, or even misinterpret the person's actions.
Exactly.
And we're very good at doing such things. We think we know better. We think we're always you know.
That's true.
It's, and like you said, you know, saying the wrong words to somebody can actually hurt the person so much that the person can go to that state where they didn't want to find themselves. You know, for me, I have a motto. If you're going in a direction that I don't like, I will tell you, please, can we drop the topic? Because, and you know, people can be very calculative sometimes. They know you, they read you. So they know what can get you down, and they want to always go there. So you always have to say to yourself that nobody is going to do this to me. Nobody. I'm not going to give this power to anybody, because the moment you allow somebody control your emotions is giving that person power. And you have the power, you hold your power, you own it, you keep it, you use it.
It's true.
As you find appropriate. You know?
I'm taking that. I'm picking that.
Anyway, you know, life is interesting generally, and in this journey, you know, we're all doing life and things like that. We learn from one another, and the thing is, at the end of the day, what do we want? Live right, end right. At the end of the day, end right as well, and everything like that. In writing this book, Faith, what was your target audience? Who were the people you're thinking about? Everyone, or?
Everyone, actually. Everyone, because I saw orphans. I saw those who were not orphans but didn't have the care of their parents. I'm an orphan, you actually will know. I lost my mom at the age of 14. Wow. And my dad a year after. Like I said, I really don't like talking about it because I don't like to be pitied. You've
done well, sweetheart. It's not about being pitied. It's actually talking about it and saying that despite this, I've risen.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, here you are, beautiful soul.
Thank you, love.
Beautiful, you know, beautiful to behold, you know, even to the eye. I must say that, you know, and you're so appreciative of the fact that your mother was there as a single mother, looking after you and your elderly ones after she lost her husband. Some don't even appreciate that. They take it for granted. It's never a given. you know, because your mother had a choice too. She could have
Yeah.
said, you know what, I can't
I
cope
can't take
and
it.
everything like that.
Yeah.
She did all that and you appreciate it,
Sincerely.
you know, and everything like that. Your mother left when you were 14 and it still did not get you down.
Exactly.
Because you had your older ones and you looked up to them.
Yes.
You allowed them take charge and, you know, help you to shape your life. Some people could have said to themselves that, okay, I've lost my mother. You are not my mother. You are not my father. You know, which a lot of young people
exactly
they make that mistake,
doing now.
you know, and
Yeah.
they walk away and that way get into error, like I would say. Now chart a path for themselves that was never in line with what God intended for them.
Damn.
I always say to everyone that the plan of God for every life is good.
True.
Good. So when you
True.
see that you're deviating from that, know that you're already deviating from the plan of God. No matter what you want to use as the excuse, is it your environment, is it your parentage, is it your, you know, we all have something that we can hold on to.
True.
And not do life. But we've got to do life and do life very well.
That's true.
I do life very well, you know. So I look forward to people being blessed by your book, reading it, and like you said, it's for everybody because truly we'll find ourselves in one state of depression or the other at any point in time, depending on what hits us. Because so many things, like I said, can hit us, even especially unexpectedly. And tell me, in a society like our society,
there's so much going on.
It's really so much, yes, so much going on. So this kind of book is needed, you know. Even if you think you have never been depressed or you've never felt it, it's good to read it and be armed so that you may find somebody, come across somebody who you need to talk to.
Exactly.
You know, you just can find somebody that you don't have to be a trained counselor or to be in a religious setting to help somebody get over. You could just go out to the supermarket and see somebody and see them looking downcast and approach them and talk to them. So this kind of book arms you with the right information
You're right,
and the way to go about it.
Yes,
wow. Faith, I must commend you again.
Thank you so much.
Young lady, you know, thinking of a common problem and also the solution to that problem. Because I always say to people, be a solution. Don't talk about problems. What solution have you offered on what you have identified is a problem? Especially when there's a common problem. This is a common problem. You have proffered the solution to it. Just the power of our words can actually help us get out of a state of depression or even any state, as it were. Wow, speaking to our negativities. So negativities will always come.
Yeah,
we should
it's always come, but we'll speak to it. You ain't coming nowhere near me.
Wow, you ain't coming nowhere around me. I like the way you say that, you know. So we just have to keep saying to that negativity, you ain't coming anywhere around me. Yes. Wow. Thank you so much again.
It's
you
my
know,
pleasure,
I wish we could go through all the pages in the book. I've seen you talk about stigma, overcoming stigma, you know, and everything like that, because there are lots of things that put labels on us as it were. So whatever labels that, you know, has been given to you, you can shake it off and overcome it.
You can.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Faith.
Pleasure.
You know, it's been an amazing time with you, spending this time.
Thank you so
I
much.
hope that when our viewers have questions, I will call you back. Should we want to bring you back?
You
will
fine.
oblige us.
Certainly will be fine.
Thank you. God bless you.
Amen.
You know, we have something that we do on the Now Show, which we call the final word. And the final word is a takeout, something that you want to leave our viewers with, that even if they don't remember everything we've said in this interview, it could be a one-liner, a two-liner, something you just want to leave our viewers with. Faith, your final word.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Final word. Your shoe may look like a canoe. People will laugh at you because your shoe looks like a canoe. But don't forget.
Like a museum shoe.
Like a museum shoe, but don't forget. But don't forget that canoes are important features, which is they help you sail through the waters.
Okay.
So they're laughing at your shoe is not enough. I mean, you are who God says you are. You are bigger than what they see. Let them laugh.
Bigger than those shoes.
Go and be proud with that canoe that they're laughing at, that looks like your shoe, that looks like a canoe, and you will see tomorrow a fashion trend. So person, let's say for example, Faith Okosun, fashion trend, shoes that looks like canoe, and you see models putting it on. Well, I'm not practically talking about the shoe you wear, but I'm talking about the situation you're facing, the predicament. But trust me, don't let them zip your mouth. Thank you.
Wow. Keno? Oh no, Keno. Just keep living life and keep doing your best.
Exactly.
And being the best that God has made you to be. So, until we come your way again on the Now Show, this is me, your regular host, Abosede Osho, signing off with my delectable and lovely Faith Okosun. Thank you.